Hi everyone, and happy November. That is, if you are watching this in November. So I hope the light isn't too bad. I have my big light on here in the room, and outside it's midday, it's soon noon, but it's really gray outside, and we have a really thick, wet snowfall coming in today. It's the first snow of the winter, actually, which always kind of gives me a little bit of joy. So yeah, I'm here to share with you my pages from October. I'm gonna share my planner pages and my journaling, and this is gonna be a chatty video. I recently noticed that I myself love these chatty kind of videos, and I love to just put the long chatty video on from YouTube and then do some journaling, and just kind of feels like you have a little journaling friend there with you. So yeah, let's get started. I will start from my planner. First thing I will say is that very recently I stopped working. So I find a lot more joy in my planners actually when they don't have work stuff in them, which is really funny. I am now 6 months pregnant, and keeping up with my business I had my own business, and I had with this very intense stress. So it was actually really extreme, and I didn't want my son to be swimming in those stress hormones before he is even born. So I started letting go of my work slowly, and now I'm not actually working at all, which is really good for me, and I'm really grateful and happy that I'm in a position that I can actually do that, and I can focus on myself. Focus on taking care of myself, because with the kind of stress that I had, it was basically impossible. And then on top of that, I had my pregnancy and all of the tiredness and all of the symptoms to deal with. So now it's just easier. I'm really happy with my decision, and really grateful that I am able to do this. So here is the month of October, and this is the kind of monthly spread that I haven't done in years, I think, because this is the first time I actually found a lot of joy in making a monthly spread like this. So I've been gone to a lot of classes about how to take care of a baby, and all of my doctor's appointments. Then I've gone to a lot of pregnancy yoga, and focusing on that I go to the gym at least a few times a week. So the monthly is just to jot down my plans, my appointments, and then as the month goes on, I will add some stickers to the empty spaces, some color, right now November looks like this. So here's December and January. So it will slowly and slowly get full as the month goes on. For me, I really love this spread because it feels like I've been working on it for a month. Yeah, well, that's actually true. I have been working on it for a month. And just, I feel this joy, like I'm finally being kind of myself again after I gave up on my work and started reducing the stress that I had. Started feeling a little bit better in my head, and since the longest time I finally had this kind of inspiration and headspace to actually sit down with my planner and journal and do things like this. And it makes me really happy. So here's the month of October. And then let's go to the weeks. Weekly. So yeah, I'm using the undated Travelers Company inserts, which I dated. The monthlies I dated until the end, and then the weeklies. The weeklies actually start from the last week of September. And yeah, this was a little bit simpler. And then the October starts here. I love adding these quotes to the spreads. I think I have some quotes on each of the spreads, like this: out of the base of nature, her secret is patience. And then everything that is real was imagined first. What I like to do is I highlight everything that's unlike appointment or leaving the house or things that require me to go somewhere instead of just staying here at home. This is the first week of October, the second week, and the quote of the week: when you no longer have the need to impress, the need to be interesting, you are free. And kind of the same theme: peace begins where expectations end. I don't remember where I saw these, maybe on Pinterest or somewhere. And this is from a yogi tea: accept who you are in this moment, but acknowledge who you want to become. I usually have this in my weekly section, which is just a list of reminders of things that I need to buy. Then I have my to-do list. Whenever I've done something on my to-do list, I just, like, what do you call this? Oh, I'm sorry, I feel like my brain is full of holes. I put this line on top of it. Yeah. Third week of October. Be brave enough to be bad at something new. Yeah, messy brain. I still have it. And then the less I needed, the better I felt. Sometimes I do include these little notes of like here, sleepy, surprise. Forgot to go to my workout class. This is last week. In the age of fast-paced and always moving, nothing is more luxurious than paying attention, than slowing down. Here I just noticed how windy it has been, really like an autumn, fall weather. And I promise this will all be worth it one day. A quote that I really needed as I've been going through some difficult physical symptoms lately. And here is this week. Here is this bookmark I made. My friend sent me a package and had some paper goods wrapped around this. And I don't know, I really like it, so I made it to be a bookmark. This week's quotes: everything can have purpose. Oh my god, I'm so bad. How do you pronounce that? Please let me know. Everything can have purpose if you allow it. And less about bigger and better, more about the fullness of now. This I saw on someone's YouTube video, and I actually copied her style of writing. And obviously now I cannot remember whose video it was. So unfortunately I cannot credit her, but I think it looks really cool. This morning I drew some of these snowflakes because it's the first snow. Then I also added a wish list of things I'm gonna buy, which for me is now this Kuretake brush pen. I had it once and I remember it was really like smooth, thick black ink flow. So I'd really like to buy that one again. And then this watercolor set. Then things I'm waiting on. Package from Amazon. I'm waiting on my new headphones, and I'm actually waiting for the baby package we get from the government. That's full of, it's just basically like a box that's full of baby stuff, which is really nice. And the weeklies I usually kind of decorate a few weeks forwards. I did this yesterday, and then the rest is empty. So that was my planner. And I'm sorry if the camera is kind of wobbly. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's my planner. Oh, planner in my traveler's notebook. I'm really loving this setup right now. I'm really loving this camel cover. Yeah. And then next up is my journal, which is, wow, like all of these pages I made in October. And I was just telling my boyfriend, he's not my husband yet, so I call him my boyfriend. So I was telling him that if this was an insert, this would probably be like one insert in a traveler's notebook. And that's why I love to use this thick book, because it doesn't make me kind of feel like I'm wasting pages or something. If I go through one insert a month, I feel like it's so fast, and I don't know, it just doesn't make me feel that good, because I kind of don't have the time to develop a relationship with that exact journal insert, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm loving this thick notebook, because I have the time to really like get to know it and to really use it for a longer time than just like a month. So here we are. This is the October moon tracker, in which I track my mental energy, my physical energy, and then just kind of color coding how nice or good or whatever the day was. I still have to fill in yesterday. I keep track of my moods, my symptoms, everything. I jot down when I've did something, like took a walk or went to the gym or went to the yoga. And I highlight those movements, because sometimes I feel like I'm so lazy and I don't move at all, and then I can just look at it and see that that's not true. Like, I have all these highlights here. I am actually quite active, which makes me feel better about myself. Let's get to the journaling parts. I'm kind of holding my hands over the page, but you can still see how it looks. So I started doing this kind of like mix of journaling and this rapid logging from the bullet journal method. So it's journaling, it's to-dos, it's notes on what I did, how I feel, just simple logging of the day. And I really love this style of journaling. Then I have my meal plans here, I have grocery lists. Sometimes the pages are like this. And sometimes they're like this. So for me, I love keeping my pages really cute and tidy and beautiful like this, but I also love to make this kind of a raw mess and just let everything go. So this journal is a mix of it all. So in the beginning of the month, I had a really bad case of like restless legs and all of these thoughts coming at me at 4 a.m. So it was really hard for me to sleep. It was really difficult for me to get rest. This is a test page of some brush pens that I got. This is a list of things that I have to clean. Yeah. This is from a restaurant we went to. And then just making a mess with paint and colors, which I really enjoy, no matter how it looks. It's just fun to feel the paint on the paper, like it feels good. It feels good, and it doesn't matter what comes out of the page. Sometimes I add things like this. Like I bought this yoga bolster, which really helps me to get in some more rest during the day. I can get into really good resting positions for yoga nidra and stuff. So this is a really good one. Then more journaling, more rapid looking notes, and these stickers. I love to use these stickers every day. It's this one that I found from Flying Tiger. So if you have a Flying Tiger, I think you can still find this one. And I don't know if it was just a few euros. It has these stickers for the whole year. And I find this really nice. I bought 2 of these. I think Flying Tiger is all around Europe, probably not in the States, but in many countries of Europe. Not sure, not exactly sure where, but you might have it. I'll just quickly show. I also got this from Flying Tiger, which is really cute. These stickers for next year. Just has the months, and then I get to do all the different colors. And then also I bought this one. These I think I will love to start putting in my journal. And I also noticed that you can, like for example, track things in these, like what do you want to track, and then just mark the day you've done it or something. And these I really like because these are kind of timeless, so you can use them for anything. And there's 52 of these. And I think this was like €2 or something, so it's a really good price. Yeah, back to the journal. These are some of the leaves we collected with my boyfriend when we went for a walk. They were much brighter in red and yellow before they were dry, so I think it's still really pretty. And this is a note that I wrote for myself when I was like, oh, I feel stupid, or I feel strange just making things like this. And then well, it feels good. So focus on the feeling, don't focus on the outcome. It doesn't matter what comes out, it doesn't matter what the page looks like, as long as you enjoy it, as long as it feels good. Like, I really love the feeling of brush and paint on paper. It just feels good. So that's why I love doing it. Here's some nature quote. Nature is a woman's best friend. If you're having troubles, just swim in the water, stretch out in a field, or look up at the stars. That's how a woman cures her fears. Little night sky. More random. Just pasted some papers on the background. Some paint, some splashes. Doodles. Again, menus and meal plans and grocery lists. Making a mess. And then, yeah, this is my weakness. This is, oh my gosh. When I was young, my parents used to bring me this white Toblerone every time they went somewhere, like with a tax-free shop, like a ship or an airport or anything. And then they would always bring me this huge block of this one, and it's still kind of my strange favorite comfort chocolate thing. And I had this really intense craving, and then I found it from this one shop because they had the Christmas candies come up, and suddenly I found it and I was so happy. And then I had this strange symptom of like hearing my heart beat, kind of like this sound in my ears, and it was really distracting. And also my heart is beating so fast all the time. My blood pressure is really low. And yeah, so I'm just documenting all of that here. This is what I wrote about quitting my job, quitting my work, my business. Note to self: don't be afraid to give up when that's what's best for you and your health. Not everything you start is meant to be pursued forever. Give up the judgment. There is no shame in doing what's best for you, because I felt really guilty about like, how can I quit? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with my life now? Well, I don't know. Right now I'm just here, and then I'm gonna be a fresh mom. So I think that's enough for now. I can always think about it later. a spread about my fast-pacing heart. And then just this thing about how to calm down a crying baby who cries for no obvious reason. Random things. Here is a love letter I wrote to sleep. Because, yeah, then I got carpal tunnel carpal tunnel syndrome, and it's been a few weeks now, but I really can't use my wrists. I really don't have grip strength. Like, I was trying to squeeze out paint from a tube and it didn't work. Like, it just hurt. And it's really surprising how much in many things you actually need your wrists. When it's out of the game, you just notice like, oh, I can't even, how do I get up from bed when I need to get up? How do I carry things? Like when I carry a plate of food, it really just hurts. So that's been an interesting, I think the camera is shaking again. That's been an interesting thing to try and live with. Also, fingers going numb all the time, and yay, fun things. And then more daily pages. Here's a poem I found on Pinterest, which I really liked. Some splashes of paint reminding me to breathe. So breath is getting really short, so I need to remember to take deeper breaths and just really calm down my breathing. This is also a note to myself: you are where you are supposed to be, because this kind of a fast society thing that you need to be always working, always doing something, it's kind of, yeah, I'm giving myself a lot of pressure on that. I'm not working right now, and I should be working or doing something, but yeah. So I need to remind myself I am where I am supposed to be right now. This is from this week already, and this is from my glucose test. I was journaling while waiting to get my blood taken. I managed to do a little yoga flow. Again, so difficult without using your hands and wrists. So I really had to get my imagination going. Like, what can I do for my body without using my hands? And this is from yesterday. Again, a quote: then was then, now is now. Life exists only here. Then we have my October recap page. Just some general notes of the month. What inspired me, books that I read, movies that I watched, shows, some wins and some notes for November. My notes for November: read more, take walks, get up to move. Yeah, sometimes I can forget myself. In bed or in the couch, just watching YouTube videos and or reading a book, and then I'm just like, oh, I haven't moved in a while. So then also it's okay to go back to bed. Like, I'm really tired these days. Sometimes if I go to get some groceries, I can be afterwards so tired I can't even like lift a hand. So yeah, it's crazy. Also note to embrace the dark. It's getting really dark these days, and just a reminder to myself that it's okay. It's okay that things are getting dark. The light will come again. Note that I love to eat teriyaki salmon rice bowls. So it's simply just rice and then some vegetables. Like, I love adding carrot and cucumber, maybe some edamame beans, avocado, and then salmon in teriyaki sauce. It's so good. My wins of the month: I did not get nauseous at my glucose test, even though I was scared. I was really scared I will throw up, because if I cannot eat, I get nauseous, like really, really fast. Then I kept the kitchen tidy and did not leave the laundry hanging for days. Yeah, that's just some life stuff. Started doing creative stuff. Went to the gym at least once a week. I started planning my meals again. I almost stayed on budget, and I journaled consistently every single day and filmed YouTube videos finally. So there we are. This tracker is the sign of a new month. And this month I added these glimmers and gratitudes for November, in which I will every day write something to see the good, see the beauty, see the light in the darkness. Then I have my budget page, some flower doodles. This is actually when I finished the October. I just took the frame, then I doodled some plants. And here is the start of the new month from this morning, about the first snow. And that inspired the decorations of the page. Yeah, sometimes when I paint something, I'm really like strange that way. I'm like, I cannot waste this paint, and then I just like have many pages like this around. I just put these paints here that I don't want to waste. Just maybe a little bit silly. Anyway, so here we go. That was the month of October in my moleskine expanded and my traveler's notebook. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit longer video. As I said, I love watching long videos, just putting them on the background, and I hope you do too, because I think we need more long-term content, because we're so used to the reels, just watching 1 second and going to the next and next. So this is like slowing down a bit, enjoying something with time. Maybe you also want to put like music on the background. I don't use music in my videos because I also like to listen to my own music. Maybe you do too. Maybe you will. You have been journaling at the same time as you have been watching and listening. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you've been, and if you have any questions. Okay, bye.